Wrestler now. He's made a comeback of a different sort. Diamond Dallas Page, the people's champion, is a fitness routine that's a combination of cardio, flexibility, and strength training. He's here this morning to show us how it works. He promises he won't hurt me in this interview. Good to have you. Good to see you again. It's been a while. We were just talking.
And by the way, it was three-time.
Three times. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. How long were you the people's champion? When was that?
The people sort of made that because I started out being a bad guy. And, when I developed the diamond cutter sign and the diamond cutter move that came out of nowhere, the people started to cheer me, and then they made me the people's champion.
Okay. And you had roots in the AWA. I didn't know that. I could go on and on, but
I didn't even start wrestling until I was 35.
Okay.
So I was constantly trying to figure out ways to hold back the hands of time. My career didn't take off till I was 40. That was in 1996.
Okay.
And wrestling blew up huge in the late 90s.
Yeah.
97, 98, I was on top of the world. According to Pro Wrestling Illustrated, I was rated #4 wrestler in the world. And then I ruptured my L4 and L5.
I was going to say, and it changed dramatically. So you're just trying to function with your injuries here. How did you come across yoga?
Well, that's exactly it. Just so you, when I ruptured my L4 and L5, that's all I could bend over, and I had to push myself back up just to stand up.
Just to stand and function.
And around that time, I was still married, and Kim said to me, why don't you try doing yoga to heal your body? And I was like, yoga? I'm not doing that. It's not a workout for me. But there was nothing else I could do, so I was desperate. So I figured I'd try anything. And I got to tell you, Sean, I was amazed by how much flexibility and core strength started to come back in a very short period of time. But the truth was, it wasn't intense enough for me. So I started adding some Pilates. Some of the rehab moves that I was learning, I started to add those in. I started in old school calisthenics, and then I added in dynamic resistance. And dynamic resistance is like when you're flexing your muscles, flexing your quads, flexing your glutes. And as you move, you're engaging from one position to another. You're having to flex those muscles, which pumps your heart rate up and gets you in a fat-burning zone, literally standing still.
Go ahead and show them again. Now we've got you back on camera.
What I'm doing is flexing my quads, flexing my glutes, and I'm creating my own resistance. Okay. I call this touchdown, so guys can relate to that.
Yeah, right.
Coming down. Then I go into the diamond cutter sign, take it back here, really opening up my lower back, bring my arms out to a T, and then hooking it up.
I'm scared right
Tension,
now. Yikes.
Taking it back. Now let me show you why flexibility is
flexibility and inner core is what I think of with yoga. I don't think of what you're talking about now with some of the, with stamina and cardio mixed in.
Well, that's why this is high cardio, zero impact, increased flexibility, and core strength conditioning. Now let me show you what my flexibility today is.
I feel like I'm being talked down to as a student. Listen to you.
That's my flexibility there.
I'll
Try
stand
that.
up too. Go ahead.
Okay.
What are you doing?
This is my. I'll just show you where my flexibility is. Where it went from here to here at any point in time.
I couldn't
being able to stand here and talk to you and grab my foot and stick this over my head and talk to you. This is core strength, but this is real core strength. Being able to balance myself on my elbows and push up one leg and then push up the other leg and then.
I can't catch you, so okay, you're good.
So when I'm 55 in 4 more months.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I beat the hell out of my body from 40 to 47.
Yeah, through the wrestling. Let me ask you this. How long did it take you to get to do what you just did here? If somebody were to get into this YRG program, how long before they can get to that level?
Well, if they go to DiamondDallasPage.com, they'll see a guy walking on canes for 15 years.
Yeah.
9 months later, no canes, he loses 130 pounds, disabled veteran, loses 130 pounds, and he's not just walking, he's running.
Yeah.
And it could be, if you do YRG 3 days a week, 20 minutes a day, change the way you feel. You do it 4 days a week, it change your life.
Depending on the time you can put into it. Hey, we appreciate it, Diamond Dallas
I appreciate you having me come by.
Good seeing you again, too. Well, Gus, I don't know if I could do that, but anyway.